a professional musician from Ukraine, started musical journey at the age of 8. First, he was learning to play the violin, but when he heard the clarinet, he fell in love with its beautiful sound. So when it's time to choose a career, he chose music and clarinet. Studied in Argler Kyiv Institute for Music in Ukraine for almost 10 years, bachelor and master degree. During his study years, started to work as a teacher and in orchestra, participating in concerts in Ukraine, Moldova, Romania, Germany, and Poland. Worked as a music teacher in Singapore in the first half of 2019. Since September of 2019, he worked in Kuwait Music Academy, teaching woodwind, clarinet, flute, saxophone, violin, and piano.
We are back to our show again. Happy celebration for Eid al-Adha. We're moving for our first interview segment. We already have a chit chat with my guest. He playing in clarinet since he was 6 years old. From that time until today, he's still playing the same instrument from a long time. So I'd like to welcome today Mr. Viktor. Hello and good morning.
Hello, good morning.
You're most welcome, and thank you so much for joining us today in our show, Happy Celebration. During this happy celebration today, thank you so much for joining and accepting our invitation. I noticed, like when I have a chit chat, I already in the beginning I presented to you, from 6 years old you start with clarinet until today. Why you chose this musical instrument?
Actually, I started from violin first, and I played violin my first 8 years. And then I was just listening to some recordings of music, and I heard clarinet, and I fell in love with the sound of this instrument. And I switched to a new instrument and continue my career till this day on clarinet.
So what about your family support from that time when you are 6 years old and you are continuing with the same music instrument? What about the family support?
Oh, family, they were a huge support for me. From the first days, they inspired me. They always took me to the music classes, always checked on me, how I practice, how my results are. And then when I decided to switch to clarinet, also I had support of my family. And until this day, they greatly support me, and they always enjoy my successes and everything. So I'm very grateful to my family.
Sure. That's the most important, because the family is the first key to success.
Yes.
And by the way, your family already big fan to music, right?
Yes. Like they loved music, of course, but to classical music they were new, but they were with me on this journey, always following music and learning with me. So now they enjoy classical music as well.
Nice. And I noticed something. You brought two clarinet with you.
Yes.
Why you bring two of them today?
This is traditionally, it was this way. The clarinets were made from like very simple instruments, like small flutes.
Okay.
Yes. And at first they played only in one key. So basically for every different piece, you need to use a different clarinet.
Okay, every different piece.
Yeah, so you need to have like 7 or 8 different clarinets. And it's not very practical because you need to have a lot of instruments with you. So then they become more advanced, they get more keys.
And by the way, more keys, and even the tools are different, right?
Yes, so they can go to different parts, yes.
And you can make it taller and smaller.
Yes. And that's why we end up with 2 different instruments to make it more convenient to play in orchestra. Sometimes I need to use this instrument, sometimes this.
Okay, and this goes me to another question. When you mentioned the orchestra, I know the clarinet team in the orchestra, they're using for specified type of music. So what about the specific type for the orchestra? Because I am one of the audience, I've just looked to you and I see the maestro just pointing on you and you're just playing. So what about your position and your occupation in the orchestra?
So clarinet has a very deep range of emotions it can show with the sound. So we can play from very like scary music, very aggressive music, to very sweet and very
flow.
flowy music.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like very big range. So actually, throughout the all orchestral solos, there are different kind of solos. They
Nice.
can be like angry solos or jazzy solos or very sweet. So it's like
Is
very
the-
big variety.
Yeah, very big variety, even about the types when you are putting them together, so it changes the time of the music.
Yeah, so for
tone.
example, this clarinet sounds a little bit more deep and thick. This clarinet is more virtuosic,
Yeah.
and it sounds more bright. Yeah,
Bright.
so there's
So,
difference.
so it's like a deep one. So what about your best favorite music ever you want to play?
So one of my favorites, it's like one of the most famous clarinet pieces, it's Mozart Clarinet Concerto. As it's performed on every competition, in every orchestra, you need to play this concerto. And it looks very simple, but at the same time, it's very difficult.
It's not easy. It
Yeah.
looks simple, but it's not easy.
Yes.
So we want to hear something from you. We are not satisfied. Can you share something to
Yes.
us? Yalla, are you curious? I am curious. What do you think you will gonna play to us? Yeah, let's watch it. So what is the name of this song?
This is Mozart Concerto for Clarinet. So
Okay.
concerto is a piece for a solo instrument with orchestra. Yeah, so the soloist shows all the possibilities and strengths of the instruments, and orchestra plays together.
When you mention Mozart, I am big fan for Four Seasons. You remember something about the Four Seasons, or it's not in your mind? Can you share something to us?
Four seasons.
Yeah, one of them, if you remember some of them.
Yes, I need to think.
Yeah, or a spring one. Yeah, let's check.
Yes, I can try to play from memory.
Yeah. If you can, it will be grateful. Very nice. So it's, by the way, the reviewers watching us on the KTV2, it's the first time asking you this question, right? But you already memorized it it's like in yourself, in your heart.
Yeah, like we need to know a lot of music because I listen it a lot, so I can like remember the melody and play it from memory.
Nice. And you already changed one of the clarinet. You
Yeah.
took the soft one. Even the music is it hears different also.
Yeah, it's
Even
different
the
sound.
holes are the same for both clarinets or different?
No, everything is the same. Only thing, this clarinet is a little bit shorter, so
Okay.
the pitch is a little bit higher.
Yeah, and the
than-
tone is high.
Yes.
Nice. So this kind of clarinet, and you are it's like you are a specialty in your field and you are very professional. What about the Kuwaiti Music Academy? So I know like you take your experience from all these years from your country and you share it to the public, to the audience, to
Yeah.
the students. What about this experience in Kuwaiti Music Academy?
Oh, I really enjoy teaching here because there's a lot of very talented children here.
Nice.
It's like a lot of big talents, and of course we need to provide a very professional education for them because like music education is not so popular here.
Nice.
And so that's our goal of our Kuwait Music Academy, to bring this European traditions of classical music to Kuwait and teach children the right way from the start.
And by the way, it's like we take exclusive question. What about the Kuwaiti students who are interested in clarinet in your class?
The clarinet students, I didn't have much.
Yeah.
It's mostly here is popular
For violin,
and piano. Yes. But I
is-
had few clarinet students.
how are they have a good talent?
Yes, of course, they have a good talent, but all depends not only on talent, but also on work ethic.
Well, you have
Yes.
to practice hard.
Yes.
And even you have to know how to read the notes also of the
Yes,
music.
reading the notes. This is like a language.
Yeah,
Yes?
like a language.
We need to learn how to read it. And of course, for me now, everything is very understandable. But when I work with my students, for example, sometimes I catch myself like, for them, it's some symbols in like Chinese language when we first see it.
Yeah.
we cannot understand it.
understand.
Yes.
But the thing is, how يعني it will take too many years to learn all this language. You have now it's like for you just reading a script.
Yes.
Nice,
So
nice.
it takes a lot of years and practice, but then in the end, like I can take any musical piece I want and I can play it just by reading the notes.
Very nice. So when we speak about the music notes, I know for sure, like not all the music suitable for clarinet. I know there is something difficult for you to play it. Like imagine, I will speak about the opera singer. Not any music band, any instrument can play with opera. Even similar to clarinet, right? But what is the most difficult things to play it as a clarinet, as a performer?
So there are different types of difficulties. Yes.
Which
so
are?
For example, this Mozart clarinet concerto I played, it's very difficult.
Yes.
It looks very simple,
It's
but
not difficult.
it's difficult to play it. It's like easygoing and simple.
Like nothing happened.
Yes. And there are, for example, another piece, also one of my favorite pieces, from Debussy. Debussy was a French composer.
Okay.
And he loved to play with colors of the sounds
Nice.
and different harmonies. Yes. And it's very tough to play it as well because you need to find a certain tone of the instrument to play. Yeah, so I can share, for example,
Yeah, share with
a
us.
small part.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Very nice.
Also complicated for breathing.
Yeah,
It's long
I see how you
phrases.
take inhale, exhale. So
Yeah.
this kind of exercise for inhaling and exhaling, especially in the music, sometimes it's difficult to play it, right?
Yes, it's totally different from what we do in real life, and it's somewhat close to swimming. Yes, we need to inhale very quickly and maximum amount of air, and then exhale slowly for the long time. Yes, so it's very close to swimming.
And also because we are celebrating Eid al-Adha, you have in your mind if you memorize some Kuwaiti songs or something, you know,
Arabic songs.
Yeah, something very small. If you remember something. Or next time.
No, next time.
Next time for sure. So we can say all the time our guest, Mr. Viktor, thank you so much for joining us today. Good times run very fast. Happy celebrations. For sure you'll be here again. We'll have another Arabic music, okay?
Yes.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Happy celebrations for you and happy holidays for Kuwait.
Thank you so much. So special thanks for Mr. Viktor Shramko. He's a clarinist, a music teacher in the state of Kuwait, Kuwaiti Music Academy. He already sharing with us about the clarinet music instruments. Some songs already playing to us. He played 3 of them. We'd like to thank him. So now, dear viewers, we go to this tiny break. Then we'll continue the show. Happy celebrations.